Greetings, everyone from Spain. Or should I say, hola, necesito, que, pues, espera, quick. Because that's pretty much how my Spanish was for the first couple hours. It was a little bit embarrassing. Starting to pick up on it, there are a few things that I've needed to pick up on. First on, as I've already told some of you guys, you can't say K whenever people are explaining things over here because you look like an idiot that needs everything. Second off, one of the most disheartening things that has happened over here, and it's happened a couple times, is you start talking to someone in Spanish and then they start talking to you in English because, yep, that's not his first language. But I'm getting better at it. That being said, some of the things over here that are happening are pretty exciting. And I'm pretty happy about the fact that I figured out the metro system within the first 15 minutes of the entire thing. Getting on, getting off, which stops go which directions, who goes where, etc., etc. I think it's pretty much a freaking superpower. My dad said I shouldn't call myself Metro Man. We got here, we got out of the metro station, and we were completely freaking lost. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're trying to. I'm like, we're trying to go over here. We need to get to this place right here. And we walked and we walked, and eventually I just said, there's no way. We're not where we're supposed to be. So we headed off in another direction. And we continued wandering until two old ladies walked up to me and Dad because I was sitting there frustrated holding a map, and they spoke in good Spanish. And my first time off the train, I started talking to them in broken Spanish. And eventually they led us to where we needed to go, to where our hotel was. Wouldn't you know it, was that first place where I'd stopped and said, we are lost. It was literally directly above us. And that's one of the things I've noticed about Spain is if you are lost and you don't know where you are, the thing is probably on the third floor of whatever you're staying in front of. It's a completely foreign concept for me that something can be in the third floor of a building but not the first. I don't know, that's just odd to me. We have done our fair share of walking around the place, and Mr. Kelly always told me that I'm fairly certain 90% of Spanish drivers are trying to kill you. Um, but I think they've kind of calmed down at this point. Either that or they've started directing their anger at each other. It's a lot more fun walking around now that we've got our bags all put somewhere. I found that no one likes to carry heavy bags around, but my dad seems to enjoy it slightly more when I refer to him as Sancho Panza and I get to be Don Quixote. I've been walking around the different architectural landmarks and I've been taking lots of pictures for Luke. We also made it to the Prado, and the Prado was a really nice place to be. A lot of artists I've never heard of, most of them for good reason, but there were a couple guys. There was Claudio de Lorena, probably my favorite guy that I've never heard of up to this point. A bunch of beautiful, realistic landscape pieces of some beautiful places. So that's something I really recommend looking at. But the number one thing that got me in the Prado was the Goya Pinturas Negras exhibit, the black paintings. I really enjoyed the black paintings because in the room where they had them, they dimmed the lights. Subtle, but so cool because all of the paintings were so depressing, especially on Saturn devouring his children. That one was so eerie because you looked at it and you see this old Greek god, this old Roman god rather, devouring his children, stuffing them in his mouth. He's got a limp body in one hand, shoving it into his mouth, and he's not angry. He's not evil. He's not giving you this thing. He's scared. He is just completely freaked out of possibly losing his power, and it's driven him to these depths of insanity. And that is one of the craziest thoughts I have ever seen. And the painting executed that brilliantly. Atletico Madrid played Barcelona today, not today, yesterday, 2 days ago. Wow, I'm losing track of time like no other. But it was a really good game. Atletico's new signing, David Villa from Barcelona, scored the first goal. Neymar, the first signing from Barcelona, scored the goal for Barcelona. Really well-rounded out game, and I'm really excited to see what the second leg brings us. However, on Sunday, I'm going with my dad to Atletico Madrid versus Rayo Vallecano. I forget who they're playing. I forget if that's even what they're called. whatever. But they're playing the Vicente Calderon, and we have tickets to that, Upper Deck, etc., etc. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how that goes. I think I'm going to adopt them as my local team by default, of course, because they're not Real Madrid, and Barcelona's a little far away to go for all the time. Something that I still haven't decided yet in my room is where I am going to hang this one. I don't have a roommate yet, but I want that to be plastered up on the wall when he makes it in here. And in closing, I'd really like to say that even the first couple days when I was struggling to find Wi-Fi, etc., etc., I've been so glad that the internet's been here because I've been able to communicate with everyone. I've been able to Facebook people. I've been able to exchange little messages back and forth, send pictures. In fact, there's going to be a lot of Facebook pictures in a link right here. I'm really excited for this to be a regular thing, and I'm really excited to hear a lot from you guys. Hasta la vista.